What's good people? Welcome to Hope Views. Thank you for clicking that thumbnail. My name is Corey, and today we're going to be talking about Across the Spiderverse, the brand new movie that came out from Sony, the new Spider-Man animated film. It's a very good one, and I have so many thoughts that I want to get out. This is going to be the non-spoiler review where I don't talk about any of the details of the movie, but I do have to give away one really big thing. So many people are going to be upset when they leave this movie because they don't know or they don't remember that this movie was announced to be a two-part thing. The fact that this is broken up into part one and part two is gonna leave some people with some very sour tastes in their mouth. I already have a few reports from people who I know have seen it already, early screenings, and audience members were enraged at the way it ends because this is a huge cliffhanger. It is a to be continued at the end because this is, as it was first announced maybe a year ago, this is a part one. That's probably the most important thing that you can know going into it without giving anything else about the film away. I want to talk about how good this movie is in full detail. I'm not going to give away any plot points or talk about any of the things that actually occur in the movie, but I do want to tell you that this thing is excellent in terms of the storyline that they put out. The action and the animation is so impressive, and the storyline is one that I find myself gripping to because it is a coming of age. Still, it is Miles Morales learning his place in the Spiderverse. At the same time, it's him forging his own paths, and it's something that I like to get behind and I really feel connected to for some strange reason. Now, with the animation being so good, with the story beats hitting so hard, with everything being so entertaining with the film, why is it that some people just gonna miss out on this? And it's because it's animated, and it's very upsetting that some people will let animation, the fact that this is an animated feature, just not allow them to engage. I know several people, if I tell them I'm going to see the new Spider-Man animated film, they'd be like, is he bringing the girls? Like, no, this is not for children. This is a 100% adult animated situation. The themes, the concepts, the relationship dynamics, all those things that exist inside this film are things that will go clear over the heads of kids. There's no songs, there's no dancing, there's no music that is designed for kids to enjoy. And while I'm mentioning the music, something about this movie, and the previous movie hit it hard too. The soundtrack is amazing, and I will be downloading it as soon as I'm finished with this video. Like, it's very impressive. They have vibes throughout the entire first half of the movie, and then when things amp up and you get a lot of the rising action, the soundtrack part of the movie kind of fades, and you get a really good score that, you know, it's intense and it matches with the intensity that you see happening on the screen. But more importantly than that, the first part of the movie was set up so well with the musical selection. Great soundtrack involved with the making of this film as well. Again, none of it being for kids. There's no sing-alongs here. Like, it's a lot of music that's gonna jam for adults that like that style of hip-hop. They introduced a lot of new characters here. I think that it was cool the way that they introduced a lot of the new faces and the way that they set up the Spiderverse with all the different possible versions of Spider-Man. There are more versions of Spider-Man here than I've ever seen in any of the properties. You know, we play the video games and we read the comics, we watch the cartoons, we watch the movies, and there's so many different versions in just those properties alone. The stuff that they give you here is so much more expansive, and they really dig into little pieces of all the different characters. I was very pleased with how they put spins on every different version of Spider-Man and gave a lot of versions at least a little moment to shine. When it comes to multiverse, I don't think there's any movie that has done a multiverse better than what the Spider-Verse has done in these animated features. Now, of course, that does lend a level of ease to it because you're just drawing characters, but I'm telling you, man, the way that they connect so many different universes, and when I get into the spoilers, I'm gonna talk about the different things that are now connected. We talking MCU, we talking Spider-Verse, we talking Venomverse. There are so many things that are legitimized by this movie, and this movie takes itself and puts it on the same scale as all the other stuff that you've seen with Spider-Man characters in live action. I mean, like, it's on the same level as Tom Holland. It's on the same level of Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. All those guys are now on level footing after watching this one, and that's 100%. I think that's about all I can say without actually getting into the details of the movie. But be sure to subscribe to the channel and come on back and check out the spoiler review that's gonna be up in a few minutes right following this one, because I'm gonna do them in rapid succession. This movie was excellent. I recommend people to go see it. If I had the time, I would definitely pay the money to go and see it again. And when it comes out on like digital VOD, like I can get my hands on it and watch it again, there's so many moments that I want to watch it again and just pause and read the screen. There's so many visual references. The animation styles are just like so various from universe to universe, and they hop around quite a bit. This is a very pleasing film to watch. It's definitely a good time at the movies. And I think when it comes to at least the superhero genre, you haven't seen anything as good this entire year. When it comes to movies in general, it's up there in the top, probably my top three, early half of the year, first half of the year, top three movies. Absolutely, I would say this is in it. So those are my non-spoiler points, and that's all I got to say for this one, y'all. Subscribe, come back and check out the spoiler vid, and let me know what you think about the movie in the comment section. Please enjoy yourself, guard your heart, and go watch something good.